Hierarchy of categories, sequential categories, hierarchy, sequential categories. See here, the organisms are placed in various categories which have some common relationship. The organisms are placed in various categories. So, the organisms which are placed in various categories, those organisms have some common relationship. Okay, so various categories, some are kept in species, genus, family, order, class, phylum, kingdom, like that. The living organisms are placed in various categories, various ranks, various categories, various ranks. So those all organisms have common relationship. For example, if you will see dog, fox, both have common relationships. Okay, see here, tiger, lion and leopard. These are kept in different genera. These three have common relationships. So like that, if you will see number of organisms, so have common relationship, but they have kept in different places. The organisms are placed in various categories, which indicate some relationship, The living organisms are grouped together by certain similarities. Living organisms are grouped together by certain similarities. That show how one organism is related to another and how they have evolved on our planet. Okay, see here, the living organisms are grouped together by certain similarities. Certain similarities means what? Here, for example, lion, tiger, and leopard. These three are different species. Are kept in different categories. So, but these all have some common relationship. That is one. If we will see caterpillar larva of insects, tadpole larva of frog, and fish in this example not. These two have some common ancestors. So that these two have some relationship like that. So fish embryo, salamander embryo, chick embryo, human embryo, these all have similar, looks like same. So this indicates that these all have some common relationship. Like that, the living organisms are grouped together by certain similarities that show how one group is related to another group and how they have originated on our planet. That is. Okay, the first statement, what I said, organisms are placed in various categories which indicate some relationship. That is one. Second one is, the living organisms are grouped. So, grouped. Herbivores, one group. Primary consumers, one group. Secondary consumers, one group. Tertiary consumers, one group. Carnivores, one group. Top carnivores, one group. Like that. The living organisms are grouped together by certain similarities. And that group indicates that how one group is related to another group and how those organisms are originated on our planet. Next, third statement, putting above the taxonomic categories in a logical sequence. Keeping the living organisms in a logical sequence is called hierarchy. Keeping the living organisms or putting the living organisms in a logical sequence is called hierarchy. So hierarchy is a system of arrangement of classification. System of arrangement of classification. That is the hierarchy. So before classifying, so sequence they have observed, those are all the sequence they have written in one particular place and classified. That's why hierarchy of category. Before taxonomic categories, after binomial nomenclature, it is needed to be discussed. Okay, that's it. That's it. Okay, let's see here. Fourth, the hierarchy of categories. The hierarchy of categories consists of descending sequence of 7 obligatory characters. The hierarchy of categories. Hierarchy means sequence. The sequence of categories consists of 7 descending sequences. Descending sequences are obligatory categories. Obligatory categories. The the hierarchy consists of, the hierarchical sequence consists of 7 descending obligatory categories, sequential categories. Those are species, genus, family, order, class, phylum, kingdom. Full name second I will write. Species, genus, family, order, class, phylum. In the animals we call phylum, plants division. Phylum kingdom. So this is called hierarchy of categories, sequential category. Hierarchy of category contains 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 descending sequences. Kingdom, descending sequence. 7 descending sequences. 7 descending obligatory categories. So these categories are distinct from kingdom to species. These categories are specific, distinct from higher category of classification to lower category of classification. The kingdom is the highest category of classification. So the species is lowest category of classification. So these are called kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, group, genus, species. From down to up, ascending. From up to down, descending. 7 descending obligatory categories. These categories are specific from higher to lower. So the kingdom is the highest category for classification. Species is the lowest category for classification. Okay, that's it. So from species to, from lower to higher, from species to kingdom. The groups keeping larger to larger, bigger to bigger. That means what? From species to kingdom, the groups becoming bigger to bigger. That means what here? So the similarities from species to kingdom slowly decreases. Here 10 characters are similar. Here 9 characters are similar. Here 8 characters, 7 characters, 6 characters, 5 characters, 4 characters. But groups in the kingdom is higher groups. From the species to kingdom, the group keeps becoming bigger and bigger. The group, in one group, big group, huge animals are kept. Huge animals. Here, less animals are kept. Less animals kept, but similarities are more. Here, in between organisms, similarities are 10 characters are similar. Here 9, here 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, like that. As compared to, so from species to kingdom, the number of similar are more. Gradually, these similar characters in between the groups are less. Okay, this is called hierarchy of categories. Hierarchy of categories. Okay, now we will see taxonomic categories. See, taxonomic categories. Ranks in classification are known as taxonomic categories. So, taxonomic categories similar to hierarchy of categories. Taxonomic categories, hierarchy of categories, both are similar. Okay, taxonomic category means rank, level in the living organisms, different levels or ranks. Ranks in classification of living organisms are known as taxonomic categories. In a simple meaning, you can remember ranks among the living organisms is known as taxonomic categories. So the taxonomic category consists of 7 categories, 7 ranks. Those are first rank. First rank is species. Second is genus. Third is family. Fourth is order. Class. Phylum. Kingdom. Okay, so the same single line only. So if you lack of space, I will like that. Okay, that's so first taxonomic categories. So from ascending order, we will see that. From down to up, we will see. So like this way, we will see. It is ascending order. So if you will see from upside to downside, it is a descending order. From up to down, it is a descending order. From down to up, ascending order. So from down to up, we will see. First, species. A species refers to individual organisms are similar to each other. Species includes all organisms are similar to each other and are able to interbreed and produce fertile offspring are known as species. The species term first introduced by the scientist John Gray, already I said it. Okay, a species includes all organisms that are similar, able to interbreed. Interbreed means sexual reproduction, able to intercourse, able to interbreed and produce fertile offspring. Such a type of organisms are known as species. For example, we will take ourselves among ourselves. Among us, entire Bagalkot, if we will take human species, we are all belongs to human species. We are all seems to be similar. I am physics or chemistry. Similar means what? Hair, head, nose. These are all the characters. Similar. And in Bagalkota, all peoples are similar. In Bagalkota, some peoples, they may marry. They are interbreed. They can produce offspring. Those offspring are fertile offspring. This is called species. This is the definition of species. On the basis of morphological characters, second point, morphological. On the basis of morphological characters. Morphological characters means what? External characters. Anatomical characters means internal characters. Okay, on the basis of external characters, they can distinguish one species to another species. One species to another species. Yes, if we will see dog population, rat population, in the rat, different species. In the rat, different species. consists of these three: rat, mouse, bandicoot. These three morphological characters. We can differentiate a species from another. See, rat one species we can differentiate from mice. Mice we can differentiate from bandicoot. These three are different species. Okay, that's all. So on morphological characters, a species can be distinguished from another closely related species. Third point. A species can be identified by the specific name. Specific name or scientific name. A species can be identified by the scientific name. Scientific name. Here you better write the scientific name. Scientific name. Scientific name. For example, the scientific name of lion. Panthera. Leo. Panthera, Leo. So, in this scientific name, in this species consists of two names. One is genera, another one is specific epithet. It is genera, genus, it is specific epithet. Specific name. So like this, we can identify the species from their scientific name. Similarly, we will see other examples. The scientific name of mango. Mangifera indica. Scientific name of lion. Panthera leo. The scientific name of potato. Solanum tuberosum. In these three are different species. We can identify by their scientific name. So Leo, Indica, tuberosum, these three are different specific names, different genus. So Leo we can identify by its scientific name. It is identified by its scientific name. So similarly, scientific name of humans. Homo sapiens. So sapiens is a specific name, genus is Homo. Actually, around ourselves we have to call sapiens. Our species is sapiens. But we will call with our names for our convenience. Rules nowadays any times rules people are not followed. But according to ICZN, ICBN, we must call sapiens. Whenever we are using plants and animals, it's there. Leo we have to call. Indica we have to call. Mangifera, indica. Mangifera. Indica means number of indicas are there. Tuberosum we have to call. But differently we will call. That is different. Okay. So these are all indicates specific names. These are all indicates species names. Okay. This is called species. So if we will take this species, lion species, all the lion are similar to with each other. They are able to interbreed and produce fertile offspring. If you will take mango in between mango, those are similar. They can fertile. They can interbreed, fertile and produce offspring. Potato, human beings, we are one unique species. So among us only interbreed. Okay, this is called species. Next one, species division. Next one is genus. Group of closely related species are called genus. It is only definition. Define genus or genera. Genera is a plural, genus is a singular. characters, the common features in the group are called correlated characters. Those correlated characters are very prominent and significant. Correlated characters, the common features. So among, if you will take human beings only, if you will take lion, if you will take dog, if you will take cat, the common features, commonly some features will be there. I am not speaking about anatomical characters. I am speaking about morphological characters. Anatomical, genetic characters are variations from one person to another person. 99% is same, 1% is variation, except identical twins. Okay, so the common features morphologically are called correlated characters. To identify the living organisms, correlated characters are significant and specific. Okay, so if we will see here example, specific name consists of two words. Specific name consists of two words. One is genus name, another one is specific name. Genus name always starts with capital letters. Capital letters. Species name starts with small letters. That is minute. That is. Each species is given two names. Each specific name given two names. Species are specific. See, that is, one is a genus name, one is a species name. Genus name always should start with capital, and species name must start with small letters. Okay, so example we see here. The scientific name of lion. Panthera leo. Scientific name of it is Maroon. Padas. Scientific name of tiger is tigris. Panthera tigris. See here, these three are different species. Lion, leopard, tiger. These three are different species. Listen carefully. We will think that these are the same, but these three are different species. But these are belonging to the same genus. Panthera, Panthera, Panthera. Panthera, Panthera, Panthera. But these three are different species. These three will fight with each other. These are actually enemies. Okay, lion attack on tiger, lion attack on leopard. These three are very enemies with each other. Okay, see, these three are different species. Though these three are different species, those are belonging to the same genus. That means what? Different species consist of, there is a chances different species consist of same genus. Like Panthera, Panthera, Panthera. Similarly in plants, these are animals. Similarly in plants, different species consist of the same genera. Scientific name of potato. Scientific name of brinjal. Potato. Solanum. Solanum. Tuberosum. Solanum. Tuberosum. Solanum. Solanum melangina. Solanum melangina. See, it is potato. These two are different, but those are belonging to the same genus. Same genus. Okay, that's it. So some plants and animals will have different species names but have same genus name. But Homo sapiens, the modern man, scientific name is Homo sapiens, they will have only one scientific name, Homo sapiens. So species name, genus name. So here some plants, like this way many plants. I have collected some, many might be there. Okay, solanum, nigrum, like that, tuberosum, melanina, nigrum, like this way many. So in some plants, species name, genus name, both same. Species name, genus, next it will come. Species name, genus name, both are same. Okay, that is called genus. A group of closely related species. A group of closely related species are known as genus. Okay, that's it. Okay. The group of related genera. Group of related genera. Group of related living animals. Related living animals. Or group of related genera are placed together in the same family. That is called definition of family. Group of living things, group of living beings, who are group of related genera are placed together in the same family. The group of related genera are separated from the family by important characteristic differences. The related genera are separated. The related genera are separated from the families by important related differences. Okay, that is called family. Once again I am saying. So, group of related living beings or group of related living organisms or the related genera are placed together in the same family. That is called definition of family. Here, the related genera have lesser number of similarities as compared to genus and family. Genus and species. The related genera, or else in the family, in between the living organisms, similarities are lesser as compared to genus and species. Already I said that. In the species, similar characters are more. In the genus, similar characters are comparatively less. In this one, the similar characters are comparatively less from this. Okay? In the family, the similar characters in between living things are less. Comparatively genus and species. For example, here one example we will see. The genus Panthera. Panthera, genus Panthera. In this one, what comes? Lion, leopard, and tiger. These three belongs to the genus Panthera. So the Panthera, the genus Panthera, and Felis, the genus Felis, cat, both have common qualities. Felis genera, Panthera genera. So in the Panthera, these three. In the Felis cat, in the cat, number of species are there. Those are commonly surviving around us, black, white, different colors. One is one species that is belongs to the genus Felis. Both have common qualities. Due to presence of common qualities, so Panthera and Felis both have kept family Felidae. Family Felidae. Family Felidae. Family Felidae. Okay, so lion, tiger, leopard, cat, these four animals have put cat attire. Cat attire. Attire means behavior. Looks like these one, especially like tiger, leopard. It's expanding its body and attacking. It will chase. First, it will chase and kill the animal. So those are all the features are similar to top carnivores. Okay, so these two are belongs to the family Felidae. Okay, that is one example. Felidae. Next, one more example here. So the family Felidae. The family Felidae. Felidae means cat family. Cat family. Cat family. And these are all lion, leopard, tiger. These are all families. These are all cat comes, lion comes, leopard comes, tiger comes. Canidae. Felidae, Canidae. Canidae. Okay, that's it. Come to the point. Felidae and Canidae. See, first, so family Felidae. In this, what are the animals? Lion, leopard, tiger, cat. Canidae, in this one, dog and fox. Dog and fox. So the family Canidae has dog and fox. So when we will compare Felidae animals, Canidae animals, distinctly different. Similarities are different, characteristics different. That only said one point, whether you noticed or not. So the living organisms are separated from the family by important specific characteristic differences. So these two are different families. So characteristic differences are so distinctly different. How so? See, Felidae, cat, lion, leopard, tiger. It will chase the animal, kills and eat the food. Storage food they will not eat. Dead animal they will not at all touch. On their hand only the animal they should be killed. They will kill. First they will chase. That is their maja. They are very crazy.